Hey everyone, this is Chris, and you're listening to One Cross Radio. And today we are doing a fun episode. I'm super excited for this one. Um, Not too long ago, I watched this, and as I was doing it, I decided to throw this up as a poll on Twitter, asking our followers, "Hey, would you guys be interested if I did a watch along of a Power Rangers Christmas special?" And I deliberately didn't mention the one. And the votes were yes. Now, truth be told, I had put three options for yes and none no, but if the bottom one, which I believe said no, but really yes, if that one had won, then I wouldn't do this. But we got a good number of votes for yes, and interest on which one. So this probably won't be the only watch along I'll do. Power Rangers actually has a number of Christmas episodes. There's another one in particular I really want to do just because it's from a season and, a two-part season that I really don't enjoy. But that Christmas episode, for whatever reason, cracks me up and I love it. So I'll probably do that one soon. But today's episode is Power Rangers' first Christmas special. It's from the Mighty Morphin era. It's non-canon. It was direct to video. And it is called Alpha's Magical Christmas. And I love this so much because I'll be honest, it's so bad. But it's, for me, the kind of so bad that it's enjoyable. It's just very silly. And weird. It's so weird. And then also, it really seems like a bit of an afterthought. And I say that because we'll come to it in the episode, but there's parts where they're not paying any attention to their own continuity within the show. And then also within the filming, where kids are singing, but they're also saying things that don't line up with the lyrics at all. And it's just a fun time. If you're looking for like a really tight, fantastic Christmas special, you're going to the wrong place. But if you're up for just a really odd but fun time, then Alpha's Magical Christmas is for you. I didn't learn about this until 2 years ago. I just Googled like Power Rangers Christmas episodes because I remembered the only one I remembered was the Zeo Christmas episode. This was after I found some on Netflix. And then I was like, but there was definitely some in Mighty Morphin. And I think it's called I'll Be Dreaming of a White Ranger. But then those are canon. Then I found this. It's up on YouTube, but I'm actually watching it on DVD. My wonderful mother, for my birthday this year, got me the three seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on DVD from Shout Factory, and Shout Factory does a great job with their Power Rangers DVD sets. There are bonus features. The images look better. It's really, really solid. So I'm watching it off of that, and that bonus disc, when I saw that there was Alpha's Magical Christmas just in a better version of it, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And it is just silly fun. The other thing is, I'm going to be reading some trivia and notes from the Power Rangers fandom wiki about the episode, because as it goes, there's not much to it. There's not enough to talk about for the full episode. So I'm just going to toss in some stuff from there, just some notable facts. So here's a summation of this. Alpha's Magical Christmas, as I said, was a non-canon, direct-to-video Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Christmas special. It was weirdly released in October of 1994. Originally, it was a Power Rangers fan club exclusive. I guess it makes sense around then, just because once Halloween is done, the Christmas market is wide open, but it's still an odd time to kind of toss that out. You'd think they would have waited till the end of the month. The special features Alpha 5 singing. The ay, which does come into play in a song, singing Christmas carols with numerous children from around the world that You could argue Zordon kidnapped. It's really weird because the Rangers are busy helping Santa, and Alpha feels sad. He feels lonely. Um, the special was made in an attempt to increase Alpha's 5 popularity with fans and give him a starring role in a Power Rangers project because he had always been a supporting character in the series. Richard Horvitz, who voiced Alpha, claims that despite the overwhelming criticism, the special was a smart marketing idea. We can agree to disagree on that. I'm not trying to knock the guy. Like I thoroughly enjoy this now, but it didn't like launch out a bunch of sudden Alpha 5 merchandise or any other merchandise from here. This interesting fact, before we get into it, Alpha's Magical Christmas is also, it's notable for being the first and only Christmas special to center around a supporting character in the early stages of the franchise, and it's also especially noticeable for being the only special in the franchise to mention God and Jesus Christ in the form of the Christmas song lyrics. Most of the time, specials going forward, they'd be non-denominational as much as possible, or vague references to traditions of several religions, but they wouldn't go into it. This is like a full-on Christmas special. They're singing Silent Night at some point. So there we go. With those notes in mind, let's get to it. Alpha's there's a ball and tree set up in the command center. I'll make sure the picture is attached in the description. Um, Alpha's already greeting us. He's putting the final touches. It's really cool that he's excited about Christmas. Oh, right. So Alpha introduces us to what's going on. He's happy at this point. Now we're in the flashback of Alpha talking to Zordon about he's sad. Oh my gosh. Alpha's sad about. I love that Santa needs the Power Rangers to get the Christmas to get the Christmas gifts ready for the world. What did Santa do before the Power Rangers? We have no idea. um, Alpha's Alpha's just now pressing random buttons. Suddenly, decorations are there. Uh, there's speculation about why Alpha can use magic suddenly, because beams come out of him and stuff shows up. The special effect for the Christmas tree being lowered into the command center is wonderful. It's this blurry line with a bunch of sparkles. The tree does look pretty nice, though. Um, and Alpha's thinking like, "Hey, now that the command center's decorated and I've got a tree, the Rangers will have to come. Christmas isn't the same if you're all alone." So they're singing "Oh Christmas Tree," and we suddenly got a shot of the London Bridge, some random child decorating their tree. This is in the command center, so we're getting a flash forward to stuff that we haven't even seen yet. um, and this is basically the whole special right here. It's just kids in the command center decorating, looking, smiling, Alpha dancing. There is nothing to this. Now we're in France, um, some random house somewhere. This kid giving the weirdest, most intense look as he decorates the tree. um, this is fantastic. I'm so glad I'm doing this. I really hope you guys watch this, because it's me describing it. There's a clothespin Just a clothespin and a cow. Nothing says Christmas like a cow. But the RCMP also made it on there, so that's interesting. Um, Canada got represented in Power Rangers. And now the tree's decorated, but no children are there. Um, so the thing is, they did this super cheap. They did this super cheap. Alpha's now holding different colored tinsel. And he's repeating that Christmas isn't the same if you're not alone, or if you're alone. Zordon's apparently arranged to have random children come. We have no idea how this works. They're flying in from Paris, from London, from all around the world. Somehow there's lights around the command center, and the kids have been beamed in, and they just know Alpha. They just run up and hug him. How is this happening? How does this make any sense? And now they're singing that, and God send you, oh, here we come a caroling. And more children have shown up. Some Power Rangers always did well, and they're doing here, is diversity. It's just a bunch of kids from around the world. Now, all the kids end up speaking English, so make of that what you will. But right now, the kids are supposed to be singing Here We Come a Caroling, and no one is singing anything. And they all just back out and run in to hug, except for this one person in the background who's like, I ain't doing this. She's now reluctantly gone in. What is... This is wonderful. Alpha's just dancing surrounded by children. And now he says hi. He's welcoming them. There's so many bowl cuts. Somehow they know his name. Zordon is saying the party is about to start. Now what? the kids are gonna make decorations of their own. One of the kids is like, I'll string some popcorn, as he's holding pre-strung popcorn. So now they're singing Deck the Halls. Alpha just shot some magic. I think it's on the I think it's in this later that people... Oh yeah, so a note on the Power Rangers wiki is that Alpha's magical powers were not stated to be such in the actual television show, but are instead stated by Alpha as tapping into the morphing grid. Which kind of makes sense. I guess, because why not? Just honestly, why not? He now just made a star. He's conducting the kids, none of whom are singing anything. It's implied that they are. Seriously, there's no story elements. We're in a stretch where it's just going to be singing for like 14 minutes. Like, that's what this is. That's what this is. Just singing. They're doing that one decoration that kids used to do where you took the construction paper and made it a circle, and then you made another circle go in a different way, and then another circle go in a different way. So in Deck the Halls, in the last part where it's like fa la 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 la, it was like fa la 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 I I I I. Then a snowman and a globe winked at us, and Alpha just dropped more phenomenal. Okay, let's see. To fill the time, I'll also share, and I found this on YouTube. 4 of the songs that were in this were released in a cassette and book CD called Lord Zed's Holiday Humbug, which was a different version, which actually had more story Then this, like, Zed sends down some monsters. It corrected some of the continuity stuff. It's a storybook adaptations that interestingly took place between the wannabe ranger and the great Bacala escape. And it removes some of the continuity issues. And Lord Zed's monster, I think, is called the Primator. Huh. There we go. I'm looking forward to listening to that later. Because why not? It's a Lord Zed version of Christmas? Heck yes. Oh, yeah, and it corrects something that shows up at the end. Um, Yep, so more notes about that. Many of the songs and music cues are lifted directly from this special. They're singing Jingle Bells right now, and he danced with a random kid. Um, Additionally, a lot of the full color photos are from here, with some taken from deleted footage and scenes that didn't make it into the actual special, such as Alpha holding a holding candy cane destination. Um, Alpha just made Christmas cookies appear to one of the kids. He wants to give Santa the cookies. All right, so now they're singing Good King Wenceslas. Do, and the kids are decorating cookies in front of a giant gingerbread house. I hope they got to eat that. That'd be great. Okay, so back to the story, back to the book. It also features the voice talents of Alpha 5, Richard Stephen Hort, Bob Manhattan, Robert Axel Lord, Axel Rod. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. He voiced Lord Zed and unfortunately passed away last year in September. Um, Kerrigan Mahan, Michael Sorich, and then the Power Rangers, Amy Jo Johnson, David Yost, Jason David Frank, Stephen Cardenas, Karen Ashley, and Johnny Young Bosch. Somehow Alpha 5 worked in I into this. And Paul Schreier, who I believe... Yep, Paul Schreier was Bulk, and he voiced the monster. Which is cool that the story version actually had the actors in there, because in this episode, when we get to it, we only have 3 Rangers show up properly. The others are in footage from an episode before they were Rangers. So it's thought that this was maybe filmed during some of the troubled transfer between the actors when Walter Twee and Austin St. John, when they left over a pay dispute, and were replaced then by Steve Cardenas, Johnny Young Bosch, and Karen Ashley. There was like 10 episodes where body doubles were there for Twee, Walter, and Austin St. John. So it's possible that this was between then, for another interesting reason that's going to come up, because, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. But then also, one of the other reasons that makes people think that is the clothes that Karen Ashley, Johnny Young Bosch, and Steve Cardenas are wearing are clothes they wore in the episode when they become Power Rangers. So now they're singing Up on the House Stop, and they stopped. He just made the kids all these presents, and they're not allowed to open them till Christmas morning. But that's okay, because that's tomorrow. Oh, they're about to sing a Santa song. Oh no. The alarm is going off. But it's a different noise, and it's because the North Pole is... Okay, so here's the elephant in the room a little bit. The best way to explain this is we're seeing Tommy as the Green Ranger, but at this point Tommy is the White Ranger, because when they talk about the Power Rangers, the other three, they're talking about Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. They didn't become the Red, Black, and Yellow Rangers until after Tommy was introduced as the White Ranger. So this is where you're just like, do they not care about their own continuity? But it's also a harmless direct-to-video thing. So I'm looking at this. They're singing Jolly Old St. Nicholas. One kid's on riding a... Okay, that's fun. He's riding a train around, and the other kid's on like a... Not a rocking horse, but it's suspended by elastics or something. He's just bouncing up and down. Another kid just ran up and grabbed a bike. Alright, so these kids got to have fun. Why are there strollers there, though? There's a kid clearly from France wearing the stereotypical beret. It's bringing back memories of doing so many children's Christmas plays at Calvary. For whatever reason, Hal, myself, and Herbie Kuhn were frequently tapped to do those. So now Alpha's sadly looking at the viewing globe. And they're like, what are you wishing for? And he's like, I'll be dreaming of my good friends, the Power Rangers. Like, Alpha, do you ever sleep? And now they're singing, I'll be home for Christmas. Somehow there's 8 more minutes of this, but I love it. So now there's random flashbacks of Power Rangers. And it's to the episode where it was the power transfer, where the body doubles of Austin St. John, Twee Trang, and Walter Jones transferred the powers to the Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. But centered first and foremost, front and center, is Tommy as the White Ranger. But, so in a flashback, he's the White Ranger. And now we're just inserting random episode footage. But somehow, in this episode proper, Tommy is the Green Ranger. And they briefly flash back to the Red Ranger having the green dragon shield. That was cool. And Alpha just headbutted a soccer ball. And they're all jumping up and down with Alpha. This is so absurd. I love it. It's so bad. Zordon kidnapped a bunch of children to make Alpha 5 happy, and they're just... What is this? Or arranged with parents, and they're like, yes, random floating head, we're okay for this. And then we got the original 5. That's a nice flashback. I don't think they got any money for this, probably. Oh. And Alpha's like, they're my best friends. And Susie, with this big blue bow, is like, hey, don't be sad. You know they'd be here if you could. And the kids are going home through a magic portal. Which makes no sense. They were teleported here. Oh my gosh. So the kids are like, we got you a present too, Alpha. We'll give you a hint. Alright, let's see if I can hear it again. It doesn't need batteries. It'll never wear out, and you can take it wherever you like. Alpha's like, I don't know, I give up. What is it? It's love. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, why, that's the perfect Christmas gift. And now they're going to sing one more song. And it's Silent Night. And now the kids are just all standing in front of Alpha and swaying. This time they're at least, most of them are mouthing the words. Seriously. Calvary Christmas, Christmas play flashbacks. Like, I'm not knocking it. It is what it is, and it's super fun. And just like those Christmas plays are what they are, man. It's just fun to see your kid do that, and see them have fun until they see you and start crying. I think they thought the whoever the girl playing Susie is, because you can't find her name. Um, they give her the most screen time of any of the kids, so they probably thought she was the best actress for it. Um, let's see if there's any other notes. Okay, so on the Power Rangers wiki under praise, they have criticism and praise. It says, despite the special's gentle and tender nature, Alpha's Magical Christmas is widely panned by most of the fan community for several reasons. Its excessively saccharine, cutesy tone, the lack of action, adventure, and creativity, the constant singing, poor production quality, the weak premise and framing story, completely ignoring the series continuity, and of course its own um, continuity. And then also later in this episode, Kimberly's like, hey, we have to go load the sled. But we've already seen them loading up the sled. Breaking the show's rules, like the Tommy stuff and all that. So, Richard Horowitz praised. He's been praised for his performance in this. Some fans enjoy the fact the special has no fighting or villains wreaking havoc. Others praised it for bringing to light Alpha's fears of the Rangers ignoring and neglecting him. In fact, it's his Christmas wish before the song "I'll Be Home for Christmas" starts. There's some good stuff to this, and to me, this is a harmless thing. It's one of those like, how can you hate this? This is ridiculous, but fun. Christmas is what children are. What Christmas is all about, and Alpha is glad he got to share it with them. The alarm's going off again. But for some reason, the alarm's going off about the Power Rangers coming back in, and it's Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy. So it's just those three. The new characters are with their families, but they sent the message of Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, everybody. And then they shout out the departed three, saying the other three are still at the peace conference. This peace conference does not break for holidays. David Yost just really does not seem like he wants to be there. Like, okay, this has been a long week. Let's just get this done. And it's the part where the Rangers stop talking to Alpha and they make direct eye contact with the camera. And we hope the new year will bring you safe and great time with your families. Oh, all the platitudes, the general 90s platitudes. It is so good. And now it's snowing in the command center. Oh my gosh. This is what Tommy calls Christmas magic. Now the Rangers are singing. and waving, and it's "We wish you a Merry Christmas." Oh my gosh. They really want to be done. You can see. This is just wonderful. We're going to pull out to the credits in any second now. Nope. Now we're getting flashbacks for some reason. Flashbacks to random episodes. Both in costume and not. To Halloween. Bulk and Skull showing up in a flashback. They should have been in this. Bulk and Skull should have been in this. They were the true heroes of this show. And there we go. All right. Oh, nope. They faked us out. They put the credits up, and then Alpha came back to wish us a further Merry Christmas as they go out with Jingle Bells. So, dear listeners, that was Alpha's Magical Christmas. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will include the YouTube link to the video so you can check it out for yourselves. And you know what? I highly recommend this. Like, I know how flawed this is. It's bad. But for me, it's the right kind of bad. It's just a lot of lighthearted fun. Which 9 times out of 10, that's what you should be going to Power Rangers for. Linkara has shown through the history of Power Rangers that, yeah, you can do a lot of actual serious mining of this series for themes and stuff. And there's absolutely room for that. But that doesn't always have to be the case. And I'll argue it shouldn't always be the case, because then you'll just you'll miss just a lot of simple fun and charm that the show has in spades. And it's in this episode in just droves and spades and whatever other words. So all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. When this drops, it will be closer, so I'm happy to say now, and I also hope you have a very Merry Christmas. God bless, my friends, and take care. Peace!